See, I like this one, but I don't know if the pool's big enough, and I don't even know if all my plants are gonna fit in the garden, so it's, whoa. I definitely can't afford that anyway. So, okay.
Slate. And action.
Let's talk about buying a home the right way. Hey, I'm Hannah. Thanks for being here. Let's face it, buying a home is one of the most exciting, important things you can do in life, but it's also one of the most overwhelming. Along with finance experts Adam Auriemma and Jeff Ostrowski, I'm here to help you navigate the process, from the types of mortgages to how to close on a home. Soon, you'll be able to better understand the home buying process and jump in with confidence. So let's get right into it. To start, let's bring in our first instructor, Adam, to talk about budgeting and figuring out how much you can afford as your monthly payment.
Here's the truth. How much you can afford on a monthly payment has no single answer. It depends on you. You will want to take a look at your financial health, things like your credit score, your current debt, and how much income you receive on a monthly basis. You'll also need to determine how much you're willing to put on your down payment. More on that later. Your budget will also likely hinge on your mortgage rate. Your rate will be impacted by various factors, most of all, your credit score. The higher your credit score, the lower the mortgage rate you'll likely qualify for. Of course, the reverse is true as well, as lower credit scores can result in higher rates and higher payments. A higher mortgage payment can limit the range of homes you can fit into your budget. And then you need to take into consideration your other expenses. If you have a car loan, student loan, or other debt obligations, those commitments will also impact your budget. That's because mortgage lenders compare your mortgage and other debt payments to your income to make sure you're able to afford the loan. This is known as your debt-to-income ratio, or DTI. Many lenders look for a DTI ratio of no more than 36%, but some loans can go up to 43% or even 50%. Here's how to figure out your DTI ratio. Say you take out a 30-year fixed mortgage for $264,000 at 3.21% interest. At those terms, your monthly payment would come to $1,143, excluding homeowners insurance and property taxes. Now, say your gross income is $7,500 per month, and you have a $720 student loan payment and a $290 car payment. Those payments, combined with your mortgage payment, mean you have $2,153 to repay each month. You can divide this number by your income to get your DTI ratio. $2,153 divided by $7,500 times 100 equals 28.7%. You can use Bankrate's affordability calculator and debt-to-income ratio calculator to get an idea of how much you might be able to afford, and then use our cost of living calculator to see what your budget can buy in different areas. For clarity, the down payment is the amount of money you pay for a home up front. This amount isn't included in your mortgage. As such, the greater your down payment, the lower your mortgage payment will be. You might have heard the phrase 20% down. This means paying 20% of the home's price as a down payment. For a $300,000 home, a 20% down payment would be $60,000. The remaining amount, $240,000, would be financed with your mortgage. A 20% down payment isn't required though, as your minimum down payment will depend on the type of loan and the lender. This explains why it's often difficult to get a straight answer. For a conventional loan, the minimum down payment ranges from 3% to 15%. For an FHA loan, it's 3.5%. And for a jumbo loan, it's 10%. There is no down payment required for VA or USDA loans, but there are funding fees due up front. And of course, not everyone qualifies for these types of mortgages. While it may not be required, there's a reason 20% can be a good goal to aim for. If you put 20% down on a conventional or FHA loan, you won't have to pay for private mortgage insurance, or PMI, which is an added cost tacked on to your loan payment. If you have a conforming loan, this cost can be canceled once you've built 20% equity in your home. If you have an FHA loan and made the minimum down payment, this cost can't be removed. That's a high-level overview of down payments. An important thing to remember is that not having 20% to plunk down isn't necessarily a deal breaker. So don't let it deter you from pursuing your dreams of homeownership.
If you don't have enough saved for a minimum down payment, but have your hopes set on buying, don't sweat. There are down payment assistance programs that can help. As you're prepping your finances, keep in mind that your down payment is just part of what you'll need to bring to the table at closing. You'll also need to have funds set aside for closing costs, which are typically 2% to 5% of the amount of your mortgage. Looking back at Adam's example of a $300,000 home, that could be anywhere from $6,000 to $15,000. Next, we'll cover common first-time homebuyer mistakes. See you over in lesson 2.